Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Neglected Naruto Was Ignored by His Family and Snapped. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and somewhat of my own idea because shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to the 1898 for, the inspiration from this idea. His idea was basically giving Naruto a time chamber like thing in which he could train and become strong, whilst the premises of the story will be a little bit same or matching to this. But I tried. I know I have done this concept a lot of times before, but I couldn't for some reason, and I literally pulled my hair out. That is why I was not able to even upload yesterday any, story on Apologia because I rage quitted. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, one more thing, an announcement for the next 3 to 4 days from Sunday, when you will see this video, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, I'll be going on a vacation with my family, and obviously I can't bring my setup there, so I'm gonna be pre-recording some of my stories. Obviously, for to do that, I have to record them now on 29th of March, and yeah, I have only a few hours before we pack up and leave. So I'm gonna make stories only for I mean pre-recorded stories only for the next following days. So because of that, I might shorten your ideas, the ideas which I like from the comment section, or make up my own story. So Spidey and the other guys who I promise I will make your stories, kindly give me a few days worth of time, okay? Once I return, I promise I'm gonna work on your ideas. I swear. So yeah, until then, enjoy, and without any further ado, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 5 years after the QB attack, as we go towards the said village to see that it was night time, and a festival was going on in the said village. The streets were lit up, and people were walking with their families. The little ones were enjoying as they were buying the masks of the QB and were watching a play that was playing out in the center part of the village, where the play in which the fourth Hokage bravely defeated, alongside with the brave shinobis and konoichis of Konoha, the Kyubi no Yoko, were being played. While this was going on, most of the families were celebrating. We go towards the shinobi district, which was mostly barren at this point. Why? Because aside from the guards that were placed on their positions, most of the clan heads, as alongside with their families, were enjoying the time alongside the civilians. And one such home, which was not a whole compound, but a small home only to host 4 to 5 people, we see in the backyard, in the open area, where somewhat of a makeshift training ground was made. A kid with blonde hair at the age of 5 was training hard. He, even in October in the windy nights, was sweating, and the heat was radiating from his body. As now we see he collapsed, panting heavily. I have to get up. I can't give up now. As he slammed his fist to the ground. Damn it! Why can't I keep up with them? Said the 5-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, as his blue eyes looked in front of him towards the target, as he was trying his best to increase his stamina for taijutsu as well as for ninjutsu, as well as with shurikens and whatnot. But he, unlike his siblings, have failed and have fallen behind, to the point that his parents have begun to ignore him now and focus on the others. To catch up to them, Naruto decided to train on his own. It has begun a few months back, and it has been getting severe ever since. And right now, Naruto was frustrated because he couldn't do anything on his own. I need to do something. I have to do something to catch up to them. And so, Naruto went inside to grab a glass of water. After drinking so, Naruto halted. A thought came into his mind, something that he has never thought of before. Dochan has a lot of scrolls and jutsus up in his office. If that is unlocked, maybe I'll be able to find something there that will be able to help me. But he told me not to go there. Nobody's allowed in there except for Kajan and him. Should I? Naruto then began to went upstairs towards his room, which was up in the attic. But he stopped, and then turned on his feet and began to go towards the direction of the room that was on the opposite side of the portion, which was Minato's makeshift office. Just by luck, Naruto swung the handle downwards and the door was opened. As Naruto's heartbeat increased as he took some steps inside and saw huge shelves filled with scrolls, books, and whatnot. I need to find only the basics to help me with taijutsu and chakra trading. Only that. As Naruto began to wander around, trying to figure out what he could find. And that is when his gaze fell on a old scroll that was torn from bits, and there was a golden emblem of Konoha imprinted on the center. Huh? What is this? Looks quite old. And that is when Naruto heard footsteps. Immediately Naruto grabbed that scroll and dashed out of the room and went straight towards his own room. Naruto immediately hid that scroll underneath his bed and now was pacing back and forth until he heard a knock. And suddenly the door opened. Naruto, what are you doing? I thought you said that you were training, but seems like you're not, son, said Minato, arriving there and having a disappointing look, ignoring that Naruto was covered in somewhat of a sweat. I was training. Yes, of course you were, son. I can see that. But pacing back and forth in your room is not a source of training. It's just procrastination. If you want to train, you have to go outside, son. And there's one more thing that we will discuss tomorrow. I want you to rest up, because tomorrow is a test. Sensei of mine will be coming here. Oh, Jiraiya, one of the legendary signs. I have told multiple times. I forgot. Of course you did. Well, he will be conducting this test between you and your siblings. So you better rest up and be prepared tomorrow. I will be. Good. As now we see, Naruto was happy. It was in a few months for the first time that his father has come into his room just to speak with him. As now we see, Naruto was laying on the bed. His heart was still pounding. Maybe I should return that scroll. Maybe. Yeah, after tomorrow's meeting, I will do that. I don't feel nice about it. And so Naruto went to bed. And next morning, after getting up, freshening up, and coming down, we see that Naruto was a little bit late as Jiraiya was standing there. Jeez, kid. You're a bit late, aren't you? Didn't Minato told you that you should be on time? I apologize. I was taking a shower. Kids these days, I tell you. I mean, usually people in our time took showers after the training, but these days, before the training they take shower, and even after the training they take shower. As Kushina also sighed, shaking her head. As Menma and Mito, his older twins, were standing there. Jeez, Naruto. Way to, well, cause insult to our parents' honor. I didn't mean to. Enough. The test will begin. You all three will be sparring with a clone of mine. The first one to grab a single bell from my clone will be the one who will pass this test. As now we see, Menma and Mito were able to, within an hour, grab a hold of their bell. It took Naruto 3 hours to grab that bell, as, panting heavily and extremely exhausted while the others had their lunch as well as freshened up already, while chatting, Naruto arrived. I finally got the bell. Yeah, and the test was over like 2 hours ago, kid, when your brother caught the bell. He's the one who succeeded. Well, of course I did, said Menma with a smirk on his face, as Naruto then sighed. I'm gonna go freshen up. Wait, Naruto. There is something that we need to discuss. There is no time, because we have already packed our stuff. Wait, what? What do you mean packed our stuff? By our, I mean ours, not yours, Naruto. You'll be staying here, under the watchful eyes of Kakashi Hatake, my student. He will be moving in with you, to keep an eye on you. Wait, what is going on? Where are you guys going? We're going on a training trip. Obviously, said Mito. What was this test about? I don't understand. Why are you guys going after Did I do something wrong? It's not about you. Sensei has brought a prophecy, Naruto. A prophecy that you won't understand. It's important. For the sake of the whole world. Not of Konoha, but of the whole world. And Menma and Mito might be the child of prophecy. And because of that, we need to go and train at Mount Ryaboku, where we will be welcomed by Gamamaru-sama himself. I have sent it in the reports that even Gamamaru-sama agrees, kids, that it is either Menma or Mito who might be the child of prophecy. So I apologize, but it is necessary. But what about me? What am I gonna do? You will begin training like the normal Ganons. As Menma stifled that chuckle, as Nard looked towards him with hurtful eyes. So you're gonna just leave me behind? Yes. We have no other choice, Nard. Our hands are tied. What about the Hokage position? The reason Sama is going to be watching over that position for the time being. I want you to be a good child, and listen to what Kakashi has to say. But no buts, Naruto. And I'm gonna be allowing you a few scrolls to train yourself. But know this. If you fail, even when we return, you might not get the position of the Namikaze clan. It will be passed down to both of your siblings as well, 50-50. You will be a part of the clan still, but you have no position over it. I understand. As now we see the adults left, we see the siblings of Naruto came there, placing a bold hand on Naruto's shoulders. Don't worry, Naruto. We'll take good care of you, said Mito, with a smirk on her face as she looked towards Menma. Of course we do. We always have to look after our idiot mule of a little brother, who's quite slow at literally everything. Listen, Naruto. Stop embarrassing yourself, okay? Once I become the Uzumaki or Namikaze here, I'm gonna make sure that you drop that name. You'll be allowed to live here, because it's obvious that you are our blood and brother. But you will have no honor. You will have no power, because you are weak. You understand? Yes. Good. Know your place. And with that, Menma turned and left. Menma Nisan is right. You always were slow, Naruto, and you always will be. As now we see, both of them left. Naruto was left standing there, somewhat stunned, because these were his own siblings, who had such hatred for him in their heart. And his parents completely ignored them. Even him. Soon after that, in the evening they all departed, and Kakashi the next morning came there as well. Naruto told him that it was fine, he can stay and only visit whenever necessary. Which Kakashi mostly did because he was always away on a mission, giving Naruto the space that he needed. Naruto, for the first few weeks, was seated, shocked. He did not know what to think or how to handle this. His own family just ditched him because of a prophecy. And Naruto was pissed about this. Not just throwing a tantrum like pissed, downright pissed because of what they had done. They have abandoned him, ignored him, and downright neglected him. All for what? For some words that might even not come true? And his siblings' words, they were still to this day ringing in his ears, stabbing in his heart like a dagger. And at that moment, Naruto's eyes narrowed after a week's worth of thinking. He had only one goal now, a new goal. And that was to become so strong that he will crush anything and anyone in his path. Jinchuriki be damned. And he was gonna make sure that the prophecy do fulfill. But in reverse, if it was meant to be saved, then Naruto was gonna be making sure that he was gonna destroy everything. Because if he can't have anything good, why would anyone else would? With that mentality now being a seed planted in his head, growing rapidly, Naruto began his training. Ripping out that scroll from underneath his bed, he began his training. There, what he found was a literal gold mine of knowledge. The jutsus, techniques, and fighting styles of the legends themselves, from Hashirama Senju to Tobirama Senju, to even Hiruzen Sarutobi. And then there was the legendary Madara Uchiha, the rival of Hashirama Senju himself. All of them have written down the scroll for the next Kage, to pass down their knowledge to him so that he could become the truest Kage, the strongest version of them. And his father has scribbled down his own notes on them as well. Naruto, seeing this, smirked, and now knew that he could work with this. So he began to do that. But things didn't go as smoothly as he wanted, because these were advanced level seals, and some of them blew up in his face. Naruto knew he had to find a way to control his chakra, find a way to make sure that he was able to use those techniques. And for that, he knew he had to work day and night. So he went to the library again. After fidgeting with the lock, Naruto was able to break through the old wooden door. And what was waiting for him on the other side was all the scrolls, all the knowledge that he would need in the future. As now, we have a time skip. Time skip of 9 years later. As now we see, it has been 14 years since the QB attack, and Menma and Mito has reached at the age of 14, training in the Mount Miyaboku, the sacred island of the Toads. Both of them have gained extreme skills as well as perfected the Sage mode, even perfecting the Rasengan and turning into Rasen Shuriken. Menma and Mito have become powerful Kage level shinobis in their own right, if not Kage level, at least a higher Jonin levels. And Minato and Kushina were proud of their children. And not only that, so was Jiraiya. I'm proud of you two. You two have come so far. Now, all that is left to is for the prophecy to fulfill. One of you two will be able to become the savior of this world when the time comes. All you have to do is just make sure that you remain steadfast and follow the right path and make the right choices. We're gonna make sure, Gamamaru-sama. As now we see, Gamamaru gave them the blessings and sent them away. Once they were free, they returned in a nearby town via reverse summon. As Jiraiya then said, I'm happy for everyone here. Even I was able to perfect the Sage mode. Yeah, it has been 8 years since we departed. I'm missing Konoha. I haven't heard a single news from anyone. Well, that was me, because I made sure that Sensei didn't send us anything. And we were gonna return with a surprise. Always with the surprises, Sensei. Hey, you gotta have a little bit of flair, you know. Only you, Jiraiya-sensei, said Menma. Only you would say that. As they all laughed and chuckled until they arrived at the gates of Konoha. And what awaited them there was shocking to the core. The walls of Konoha were cracked. A lot of derbies were there, and there was not a single guard there. What happened? Where is everyone? And everyone began to dash inside. It was a barren land, as far as the eyes could see. The Kage monument was destroyed. The Hokage tower was destroyed. Not a single soul was on the site. As they began to search for any sort of life form. Even in the Sage mode they couldn't, until they found one. Atop of the Konoha Hokage monument mountain, far behind into the woods was a hut, where a single life form resided. So they all arrived there. Seeing that the smoke was coming out of the hut, they knocked on the door that was made by some immature carpenter. As soon as the door opened, there stood a single-eyed Danzo, and one of his eyes was covered in eye patch, and one of his arm was missing as well. Minato, Kushina, he said with a scowl. What are you all doing here now? What happened here, Danzo? Who did this? Who else do you think would have? It is your spawn who did this. What do you mean? Who? Menma and Mita were with us. Your other child, the one you left behind. Naruto, he did this. Why would he? How is that even possible? Naruto was a weakling, said Menma. Weakling? You think that the weakling would have come to defeat Konoha, bring it down to its knees, kill the whole population? What? All of them were horrified once they found out what has truly happened. How did this even happen? Why did this even happen? Did something happen to him? You happened. He snapped after you left. He locked himself up, rarely ever seen in the village. And he trained. You, with your all geniusness, left behind a whole vault worth of knowledge that he now burned down after memorizing it, becoming so strong that it was impossible for even Hiruzen and The whole Konoha shinobi forces, Anbu forces, and even the root to stop him. Even the clans fell at his hand. Nobody was spared. Some who did scattered, while the rest were destroyed. Where is he? I'm gonna kill that bastard, said Menma. No. We need to find him and ask some questions. First, you wanna know where he is? Haven't you checked your own home? Why would we do that? He still resides there. He always did. And he always will. As now we see, Minato, Kushina, and the others arrived there, to their home. It was still intact, the only building with a few cracks on it, but still intact. As soon as they set a foot inside, they saw that the whole thing was changed. In the living room was laid out weapons and a lot of scrolls that were torn apart and burned down. In the kitchen, a lot of blood stains were left. And upstairs in the room where Naruto was, he was seated, alone looking outside of the window. So you finally have arrived, said Naruto, looking towards them with cold blue eyes, and a sinister grin slapped on his face, mocking them. As even all of them felt chills run down their spine. Menma, not the one to hold on, dashed towards him with a Rasengan, but only for Naruto to disappear in a golden flash, appearing behind him and kicking him in the guts, sending him flying through the chair. Always the one to rush in without asking questions. No, how are you? How have you been doing? Just straight to the action, I see. Why did you do this, Naruto? Why shouldn't I? You left me behind, remember? You left me behind so that you can fulfill the prophecy. You ignored me. You abandoned me. And these two? They're gonna make sure that I had no ounce of respect. So I took that away from them as well. As Naruto laughed, a chilling one. As Midoriya said, we were joking. We were kids. You took our words seriously? Of course I did. Because I knew if I stayed weak, you would have done the same. You told me that if I was weak, I would not become the clan head. What do you think now, father? Am I strong enough? No. You never are going to be the worthy of holding the name Namikaze and Uzumaki clan in your hand, said both Minato and Kushina. You think that I need those pathetic clan names? Clan of what? A few people? No. I never wanted to be a clan member now. I never wanted to take the seat. I wanted to be a part of your family, which you never allowed me to be. So I became what you all wanted me to be, a ghost. A shadow. And what do shadows and ghosts do? They haunt. As Naruto smiled, with wide eyes, giving a sinister look. And I haunted the soul out of Konoha. And now I'm gonna haunt you, said Naruto, as all of them charged, only for Naruto to disappear and appearing behind him. As all of them witnessed the wind mark seals begin to glow that were placed there. Get out of here, said Jiraiya, throwing Minato, Kushina, as well as the other two out of there. As he blew up with the whole house. Sensei, no, said Minato. And so, Jiraiya died. As Naruto was now standing in front of the burning building. Listen to me and listen to me well, Minato. I have vowed to make sure that whatever prophecy you have gotten, I will fulfill it before you. But, in opposite, you want to save the whole elemental nation, right? I'm gonna burn it all down. Konoha is the one who is done now. I'm gonna begin to burn everything. With that, Naruto with a chilling laugh disappeared. As now, we see Minato and Kushina looking down. We need to warn the others. He's not gonna stop. He's too dangerous. As unbeknownst to them, this was all being witnessed by none other than Zetsu, who has followed Minato and Kushina after seeing them by just luck by chance while passing by there. And now, he knew who his new recruit was going to be. The one reason behind Konoha's destruction, which people were trying so hard to find and hunt down, and yet he remained in plain sight, hidden. But was he hidden? Because it was evident that he wasn't trying to. He just remained where he learned everything, inside his home, which he has now destroyed, cutting connections off completely with Konoha. And that was something they could use. As now we see, Naruto was walking towards a direction of a small village when he halted in the middle of the woods. You know I can sense you, said Naruto, cracking his neck looking to the left side, as from the woods appeared two yellow eyes. And they were the eyes of Zetsu himself. Ah, Zetsu, from Akatsuki. You know me? I love to read. I've read everything before I became who I am. So yes, I do know who you are. What do you want from me? I want you to join the Akatsuki. Only if you tell me the whole truth. What do you mean by that? I know there's something you are hiding. I have found out quite a lot of things about myself while I trained. I am a sensor ninja, and a damn good one at that. You're hiding something. Something quite dark. Look, I will be able to help you if it means to destroy the reputation of Minato, Kushina, and Mito. Take everything away from them, making sure that their prophecy never fulfills. Even if it does, it's in reverse. They're the ones suffering. So tell me, don't leave a single thing out. Now Zetsu knew that he has two options. Either reveal everything to Naruto, or hopefully he joins him, or either Naruto has to die. Which he knew it was impossible because he took down a titan like Konoha on his own. And that was a year ago. And right now, Naruto was 10 times stronger than ever. And it was evident. Fine. But you have to promise that you will not. I don't break promises. One thing that I have still taken to heart is that never break a promise. And that is what I'm doing. I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna make them suffer. And that is what I'm doing now. I am the will of Kaguya Otsutsuki. And so, Zetsu began to explain everything, not leaving a single thing out, and his plan as well. As it was already nighttime, and a fire was lit up there, as Naruto was seated. Look, there is a flaw in your plan, and they will not suffer. I don't want them to suffer. All I want is to be heard, to free. If there was a way to moon, maybe, just maybe, because of my fine arts, I might be able to come up with a key to unlock that seal. You think you could? Of course, I mean, there's always a seal, but there's always a key to open it, isn't it? You're right. Why did not I think of that? Fine arts, they were always in front of me. Damn that Hashirama. And Hagoromo. They were geniuses. No wonder they were able to keep Mother Seal away for such a long time. So is there a way? Of course there is. A lake that connects to the moon. A lake? Yes. Homura-sama, once he left, he created a pathway, a bridge to the moon. Like how you use, or your father uses the Harishin, time-space technique. That lake is created as a gate of a sort. Interesting. So what do you want me to do? Go there and free her? Yes. And I, in return, will get to have my revenge. Of course. And so now we see Zetsu and Naruto arrived at that lake. Zetsu knew that it was a big gamble, but if Naruto was this much confident, he had to try. After all, he could obviously always kill Naruto. And so, opening the gate, Zetsu, for the second time since his mother was sealed, arrived there, with Naruto in the nighttime. As now we see, walking throughout the chambers within the moon that Naruto found quite shocking and astonishing that they were there, they arrived in a huge room that was made out of pure glass, in which Kaguya Otsutsuki was hovering, eyes closed until her eyes opened. Zetsu, who you have brought here? As Naruto said, my name is, I know who you are, Naruto. I have been awaiting you. Mother? What do you mean? I had a dream a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months. This boy is going to become the reason why I will win. I have been waiting for you, my champion. As Naruto looked at the seal and immediately smirked, give me a few hours. I'll be able to craft something. Within a few hours, Naruto was able to craft a key to that seal that was made 1,000 years ago. Because of his extreme expertise in the arts of Fuinjutsu, and Naruto was able to use it and unlock the whole seal made by Chibaku Tensei from the Rinnegan of the sage himself. After doing so, Kaguya hurried. I know what you want, Naruto. I have seen it already. I'll be more than willing to grant you that. Because I know this much suffering they do deserve. For turning my son's ninshu into a weapon. And my own chakra. For using it. You're not that mad at your chakra, but at your son who sealed you here. I still loved that boy. Even though he didn't see it at the time. As Naruto thought for a moment, but then he immediately got rid of those thoughts. I mean, if his parents did love him, then why would they leave him and ignore him for the most part of his life? When he was 5. For God's sake. And so, he continued on. As Zetsu then said, Mother, what am I gonna do with Obito and the others? Kill them. Leave no loose end behind, and besides, they are all nothing more than rogues. You're right. But the Rinnegan, Naruto might need that. So bring those eyes, Zetsu. Rinnegan, yes, you will need them, my boy. In the meantime, you will stay here in the moon, and I will personally train you and teach you the ways of Ninshu. I'll be more than honored to, said Naruto with a sinister smile on his face. As now we see, a few months passed. Back in Konoha, or what was left of it, Minato and Kushina were finally able to get in touch with the others and call them to the Iron Country and reveal everything to them. We already are aware of who your son is, Minato Namikaze, and what he did. But why did you do anything? Why would we do anything? He didn't do anything to us. He's gonna destroy the whole elemental nations. You're delusional. Why would anyone want to destroy us? He had agenda and issues with Konoha, and he obviously took care of that. If he wanted to for a whole year, he had time. Yet he didn't make a single move. He was waiting for us. What if he didn't have arrived for a few more years? Who's to say that he would have attacked? Said Oniki. You're delusional, Minato. You only paid the price because you were the one who created that monster. It was your bed made out of thorns, and you are now going to lay in it. It doesn't concern any other village and any other village forces, so we're not gonna do anything for you. You don't understand, Oniki. He's dangerous. So were you. So was Konoha. And luckily, one of their own has taken out all of you. And I'm assuming that he has left you alive for a reason that is unknown. He wanted us to warn you. Wow. If he wanted to attack us, why would he send you to warn us? Doesn't make any sense, does it? You all don't believe me? We have been telling you we don't. Leave. You're delusional. You're not even a Kage. You're not allowed here, said Oniki as the others agreed. We all agree. What? Why? Why you, Rasa? It's Kazekage to you, Minato. But I was Hokage of what? Destroyed village that is no longer existent for a year? As Minato and the others gave up. While on the other side, a few more months passed, and Zetsu was done cutting up the loose ends, and Naruto was implanted with the eyes of Rinnegan as well by Kaguya herself, in such a way that Naruto was now naturally able to use Rinnegan to extreme and full potential of those eyes. The potential that only one could reach under the training of a true Otsutsuki who were completely aware of those eyes. It doesn't have only 7 paths, it had an 8th path as well. The path of manipulation and recreation of the reality itself. And Naruto was gonna use that with his new Fuin art to reverse take the chakra without killing anyone and giving it away to Kaguya. And so, now we see, Naruto was ready. He arrived back in Konoha with Kaguya as well as Zetsu. It's time. And so Naruto seated down in the destroyed apartment of his in front of the rubble in the garden and began to do the hand seals. And when he stopped, his eyes, they were vinegar, as they glowed purple with purple hue, as a whole purple burst of chakra went everywhere across the whole globe, and everyone felt it as something stung inside them, to the point that they felt extremely weakened until it came back and almost knocked them out, and they fell down to the ground. As now we see, Naruto was holding a orb made out of pure purple chakra that was glowing from within, and it consisted the chakra of the whole world. It worked, said Naruto. Now, my dear boy, give it to me. Now! But Naruto didn't give it to Kaguya. He crushed it in his own hands as the chakra entered his own body. And Naruto looked towards Kaguya and made a new hand seals. Sage Arts. Chibaku Tensei. Naruto made the whole Konoha into a new crater, sealing Kaguya as well as Zetsu within that. You betrayed us! I betrayed my own village. You think I would not betray you, Kaguya? You will pay for this. I made sure I don't. Even though not me, there are more like me who will come for the chakra and your powers. You will pay through them. Let them come. I'm gonna take care of them before they take care of me. And so, Naruto sealed away Kaguya, but this time not in the moon. Naruto was much more sick and twisted in the head. He sealed her within the sun core, where she will be 24/7, screaming in agony because of the heat, alongside with her son, with no way out. And the chakra burst that was released, it went and worked on her as well. Naruto stole her chakra as well. Now Naruto possessed the true arts of Ninshu, and have become the only being that used chakra, the true sense, becoming the god of shinobis and konoichis. Naruto laughed, as he was now an ultimate being, a being so dangerous and strong that nobody would be able to stop him. As Naruto, third eye opened, it was similar to Kaguya's, but with tomos in them. Yes, I can feel it, the extreme strength of mine. Now, no one in this world will be able to stop me. As Naruto laughed, unbeknownst to him, for the time being, he was being watched with shocked-filled and scared-filled eyes of Menma, Mito, Minato, and Kushina. Because they have just returned back to Konoha, and they have found this. Naruto took away our chakra. Not only that, he has become a chakra god. Yes, he has, said Minato with a frown on his face. We messed up. Naruto has destroyed not only the whole world, and in the shinobi era he has destroyed the prophecy. He really did it. He destroyed everything, as he said. As Naruto was still laughing, while they and everyone else was now in an era, a new one, under the rule of God, Naruto Uzumaki himself. As we're going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.